good morning. How are you? Are you all good? It is Friday, the 3rd of January, in case you were confused. But it is also day 10 of the 12 Days of FITMAS. It's still going. So are you ready? I'm going to do butts today. So we're going to do butts. First of all, I've got a question for you. So, do any of you follow the 12 days of Christmas, and have you taken your Christmas decorations down yet? So, every single year in my adult life, I've always took my Christmas decorations down on New Year's Day. Always done it. Mine are still up. They're not active. I've not got the lights on, so I'm going to be taking them down on Sunday. It's really doing my head in. I'm so used to removing them on New Year's Day. Anyway, I digress. So let me know, while you're watching the demo of today's exercise, have you still got your Christmas decorations up, or have they gone? Was it like New Year and boom, fresh start, everything's cleared out? I've even still got my Christmas bedding on. So that's coming off today. Right, anyway, so it is day 10 of the 12 Days of FITMAS, the free challenge. Now remember, if this is something you've enjoyed doing and you're like, do you know what, Emma? I can cope with 1 minute a day. Come and join me for the daily challenge. I run it every single day of every single week of every single month. The daily challenge is 1 minute exercises. You get a tutorial like this. It's 90 seconds every day, a tutorial, and then you choose your level and you go and do it. And then once a week you get to join me for a class, whether you do it live via Zoom or you get a catch-up link. Yes, Nikki, yes. Does that mean you've still got your decorations up? Are they still up? Right, anyway, let me show you this butt exercise. Now listen, if you've got one of these things, a booty band, and if you haven't, by the way, get one, they're great. They're really, really cheap and you can do so much with them. You can use them around your thighs to work your legs, you can use your bum, you can work them for your abdominals, you can use them around your arms to help you do press-ups. There's loads of ways to do this. I won't do this with this today because I might put you off if you haven't got one. But if you've got one of them, add that, it will take this to a whole new level. You ready? So you come down to the floor with me. All right, you can do this laying on your bed or laying on your floor, with or without a booty band. If you put the booty band on, see where these stripes are on my leggings, it's about there. You lay yourself down, yeah? You take one leg up in the air, you flex your foot. You take your legs a little bit apart, because if you had a band, then you'd be working against it, and you just do lift and lower, lift and lower. Now, when I'm doing this, the idea is your hips stay level, yeah? And you clench the life out of that bum cheek. That bum cheek in the back of the thigh is tight, and you literally just go down and up. Nice and strong, keeping the hips level, and you try and do that for 30 seconds on one side, then of course put it down, and then you do 30 seconds on the other. Flex your foot, imagine someone sitting on your foot, and you're pushing someone up and down. Now, not only is this fantastic for your bum and the back of your thighs, this is actually good for your tummy too. Now, I'm putting my fingers on my tummy, I can really feel those muscles. Okay, and you just keep going. Now, in case you can't do that, you can put both feet on the floor, and you can do lift and lower, but put your hand across your tummy to make sure you're not pushing out your belly. And look, as I come down, I don't fully put my bum down. Now, of course, if you've got weights at home, you can have a weight here. If you've got the booty band, you could have that on, or you could just do this for me, but you don't just thrust. It's slow and controlled, and you squeeze the life out of your bum. So there you go. That was today's butt exercise for nice peachy bums. Oh, they're definitely still up. Okay, so Nikki's let me know her Christmas decorations are still up. Does that mean the lights are on the tree and everything else? There's nothing wrong with that. It's good. It's nice. Right, if you only tuned in for the challenge, you can go. You don't have to listen to me anymore. If you're like, yep, I'm in for the long haul, I'm going to get my power hoop and I'm going to do the hoop and chat with you now. Feel good? Yeah? Come on then. So I've got my weighted power hoop. This is a power hoop deluxe. I'm using it without the weighted inserts. I'm doing this to work my core muscles, help reduce my waist to hip ratio, reduce bloating, and just generally strengthen my core, and because I like doing it. All right? So I'm going to step into my hoop, put one leg forward, turn the hoop in the opposite direction, launch, and just push my hips forward and back. Simples. If any of you do get a hoop and you struggle with it, let me know and I'll break that down a little bit more for you, because although I went simples, it wasn't when I first started hooping. I was rubbish. That hoop was on the floor. Anyway, so let's talk. How are you doing? Now, I want honest answers here. Not only have I asked you about your Christmas decorations, tell me the truth. Are you still hoovering up the festive food? I ate 13, I've got to think about number 13. I ate 13 College Street yesterday and a French fancy. How bad is that? Now, although some of you go, Emma, that's not bad, it doesn't hurt you, you can afford to do it. I can't, shall I tell you why? I've got a banging headache today and my stomach hurts and my joints feel inflamed. Why? Because I poisoned myself with sugar. It may taste great, oh, and I've got a couple of ulcers on my mouth. My body is literally saying, for the love of God, woman, stop doing it. So there you go. I just thought I'd share that with you. You'd like to think, wouldn't you? You go into the new year, you know, it's like, oh, new year, new me, you know, da-da-da, I can do this, I can do that. It's not that simple. I wish it was. Or for some people, they do it, but they throw themselves in at 100 miles an hour, they stop eating all the shit immediately, they like everything, they go into the gym, and then they burn out. You get to the 2nd or 3rd week in January, 4th week if they're lucky, and it's all gone. All the New Year's resolutions have gone out the window and you end up feeling like a bag of poo and you get towards the end of January depressed and feeling like awful. So don't put yourself under that pressure. What I'm here to encourage you to do is small, little daily habits done consistently so they become permanent healthy habits. For example, the 1 minute daily challenge. You can do that. Everyone can do a minute. And then when you get your confidence up, you get to join me for a class every week as well. So it's a really good start. It's like, you know, it's no good. I've seen it year in, year out, guys. Honestly, the amount of years I've been in this business, you see it. And people, they're not just yo-yo dieters, they're yo-yo exercisers. And that's the other thing I want to talk to you about as well. You know all these fat loss drugs, Ozempic, and I can't remember what the other one's called. There's a lot of people on these now. Now, it worries me greatly. There's no quick fix. So when something comes along like this and it seems like a quick fix, there's going to be something really bad longer down the line. There is going to be something negative. Negative impact on health is obvious. I know that. However, if you're doing it, I want to encourage you to be as fit and healthy as you can. So you need to hydrate. You need to still eat well. You need to sleep well. You need to lower your stressors and you need to exercise. Because if you're losing weight rapidly, especially, where the hell do you think all that excess skin's going to go? Seriously, where do you think it's going to go? It's not going to be pretty. So what we need to do is we need to be well hydrated to try and plump our skin up. We need to eat well to try and keep our collagen stores going. We need to do some training, especially strength training, to try and maintain or preserve your lean muscle mass. Because when those fat loss drugs are burning the fat, it's eating into your muscle as well. And some of you will know that for women especially, it's absolutely essential to try and maintain or even build our lean muscle mass. And we're drastically losing that every year. So it's really, really hard. So things like even down to, let's just go basics. I mean, obviously I could say to you about obviously your bone health, your muscles, your tendons, your ligaments, your joints being supported. But let's break it down into more simple terms. You know when everyone starts moaning about middle-age spread, for example, I hate that saying, middle-age spread, midsection, you know, weight gain, all of that stuff. And it generally comes down to midlife women. So what do we then do? We start trying to starve ourselves or go running and stuff like that, which is the worst bloody thing you can possibly do. Absolutely the pits. So what we need to do is we need to try and reduce that midsection weight gain because it's bad for our health, our metabolic health. And if you haven't got any lean muscle mass or you don't do any strength training as you're getting older, that's declining. So that also means your metabolism is not working for you, it's working against you, and that's why you put on that weight. And when you're stressed and your hormones are all over the place, it goes around your midsection, unfortunately. The good news is it's really easy to reverse. It really is. It's like when people are borderline type 2 diabetes, don't just give up and go, oh, I've got to be on meds all the rest of my life. Type 2 diabetes is reversible, and I can honestly help you. I swear to God, I can do it. It's so frustrating because people look at exercise class and just think, oh, it's a luxury, oh, I can't afford doing that, or I haven't got the time. It's like, no, it's not a luxury, it's a necessity for life. If you don't look after your body, it's going to fail. If you don't fuel it well, you're going to be ill. You know, it's that simple. You know, and all the money in the world is not going to help if you haven't got your health. It's not. You can go, well, it is, Emma, I'll pay for this, that and the other. Well, no, because once it's gone, it's gone. So that's the harsh lesson for today. Now, because I've been harsh, brace yourselves for something that I'm going to tell you that is terrible. But it's probably going to make you laugh. So if you need a wee, I suggest you run and have a quick wee now, or you really squeeze up through your pelvic floor because you might pee your pants. Right, I'm going to stop. Okay, so, are you ready for this story? This has got nothing to do with health and fitness, by the way. So before I tell you, so brace yourselves, remember if you're hooping, you've got to hoop both sides. It's no good hooping one side, should be bent over like this. Right, you ready? It's a bad one. It's a bad one. So, background to the story. Some of you know I moved. I used to live in Kent, I've moved to Norfolk. Yeah? 7 weeks ago today we moved. Got a lovely bungalow, we're in a tiny little village. It's great, I love it. We're a 5-minute drive from the beach. Fan-flipping-tastic. I've seen all this thing about cold water therapy and cold water swims and how good it is for your mental health and your body and recovery and all this stuff. There's one problem. I hate being cold. Really hate it. Even when I did my diving abroad, I was freezing. I had to have the thickest wetsuit on. Honestly, I get cold really easy. I actually think that's a symptom for menopause as well, actually. When you go through perimenopause and you stop having hot flushes, you can quite often get cold chills. And when you get cold, you get really cold. So I think that's possibly a reason why I'm like it. Anyway, I digress. So we've been talking about this, and up here there was the Boxing Day dip and there was the New Year's Day dip, where you basically go in the sea, honestly. And I was like, we've got to do it. We couldn't do Boxing Day because we needed to be at my mum's, and it wouldn't have been fair to turn up after the dip. So we were going to do the New Year's Day one. Then we decided, let's do it. Let's embrace this new life of ours. Let's buy wetsuits, buy winter wetsuits. So winter wetsuits are a thicker, like skin. So instead of being like 2 to 3 millimetres, I think they're 4 to 5 millimetres. So I ordered one for me and one for Mark. Anyway, we were waiting for these wetsuits to turn up for New Year's Day dip. They didn't turn up in time, and then the New Year's Day dip got cancelled because of the weather. Thank God it did. The wetsuits arrived yesterday, okay? Well, do any of you own a wetsuit? I still don't. Oh my God. I'd read all the reviews and I sized up. This wetsuit, I got it over my ankles. That was hard. I just about got it over my calves, sort of got it up my knees. Now, I need to set the scene for you. It's winter. My body is very white, especially my bum and thighs. The wetsuit is black. It has a zip all the way down the back. I'm going to have to stop hoping to demo this. I've managed to get it up to here, okay? It's here now. Now, if there's a zip all the way at the back and I've got it up to here, what do you think's hanging out the back? My whole bum is there. The zip is here. My whole arse, big white arse, is hanging out of the wetsuit, right? This is no word of a lie. It was so bad. My husband's sitting on the sofa giggling because I'm trying to get this wetsuit on. I'm sweating, trying to get it on. And he's going, oh, I don't think it should be that tight. And I went, stop it. I've gone up a size. Shush, I'm getting in this bloody thing. Anyway, cut long story short, I managed to get here. I gave up, took the wetsuit off. It was bad. Mark's going, I read somewhere if you put Vaseline on, you can get them on. I went, look, I'm not putting Vaseline on because then I can't send it back. So that's the wetsuit. So I decided to try Mark's on because his was another size up. Obviously, it's a man one. I'm in Mark's wetsuit now. It fitted, apart from there was a few baggy bits because obviously I haven't got a willy and stuff. I looked at myself and I went, oh my God. If there was anything to make you starve yourself stupid, put on a wetsuit. It was the most unattractive thing I've ever seen. Do you know what I said I look like? Brace yourself, this is a really bad. If you're picturing it, Nikki, I hope you're going to puke. Right, wait. I looked down at myself and I went, oh my God. I look like a fat, dumpy gimp. That's how I describe myself. Mark is nearly piddling himself on the sofa laughing, right? I am stropping around the front room in this wetsuit going, look at me, Look at me, I'm a short, dumpy gimp, I swear, right? I felt horrendous. I was so upset. So then I went, right, you've got to try it on. And he went, if you got in it, I'm not getting in it, am I? He said, I'm bigger than you. I went, yeah, but it's different. It's a different build. You can get in it. Right. He's going to really tell me off for this. So, Mark's had a bath. So he's in his tracksuit, but he didn't have any pants on. So he's sitting on my beautiful brand new velvet sofa that no one's even allowed to eat or drink on. The background to that is new house, new front room, new sofa. I haven't had sofas for years because of the dogs. This sofa is beautiful. It's teal velvet, beautiful. Mark is now sitting on it with his balls sitting on my sofa, right? Trying to get this wetsuit on. I'm going, get your balls off my sofa. I hope your bum's clean. This is the conversation we were having last night while the poor sod is trying to get in the wetsuit, right? So can you picture this? So he's sitting there with his little thingies, sitting on my lovely velvet sofa, trying to get in this wetsuit. He's managed to get his feet in it. He's managed to get his calves in it. He's got to here. He can't get in it. Now, can you imagine what's going on with Mark? He's got it to here. Now, his bum, hanging out the back of it, looked much better than my bum. I can tell you, his bum looked great. However, seeing my husband's little gonads popping out on my sofa, then I started laughing. Have you ever laughed so hard that your stomach hurts so bad? I'm laughing so much, I've fallen over onto the other sofa. My abs hurt and my head, all around the back of my head was hurting where I was laughing so much. So, the story that I've given you here is, it doesn't matter how fit you might be, how much you work on it all, trying to get a poxy wetsuit on is not fun. And wetsuit sizing is worse than women's fashion sizing. Some of you have been on here when I've done the thing with my Zara jeans before, and in one day I've bought like a size 6, 8 and a 10 all in one day. But by the way, I'm not a 6 at all, it's just the jeans. So, and I thought that was bad, wetsuit sizing. So if anyone is watching this and has got a wetsuit and is anything like my build, so I'm fairly narrow on the top half, but obviously I've got these, narrowish on the waist, but definitely thicker thighed, girl, definitely thicker thighed. If any of you are that and you have a wetsuit, please recommend a wetsuit that might fit this body, because the one I bought, even though I went up a size, ain't happening. So it's going back. I'm that tempted to go, sod the wetsuit, I'll just throw myself in the sea, but I just don't think I can do it. I will be so cold. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed that little thing. Those of you who just met me for the first time, as you can see, I'm not perfect, I don't pretend to be, but I will entertain you, and training with me will be fun. It will be safe, it will be effective. I will be your biggest cheerleader ever. I will always find something that is suitable for just about everyone, and I will entertain you with life. Thanks for watching me today. I hope that you enjoyed day 10 of the 12 days of FITMAS. We've only got obviously Saturday and Sunday left. They're 1-minute exercises, and if you'd like to know any more about coming to train with me, drop me a comment below or send me a DM. And if you've got any recommendations, you can help me out with a wetsuit. Help me, because although that was a funny story, the state I got myself in last night over this wetsuit and feeling like this short, dumpy gimp, I swear. You'll need to wear a mask, don't you? Listen, Nikki, I know, I just told everyone, but you know what? No one's probably listening anyway. You're listening to me. I bet no one's listening. Go on, tell me, did anyone just listen to that story? Does anybody know what I just said about my husband's bits? Does anyone? Or what I called myself in that wetsuit? There you go, that's a test. I tell you what, we'll make this a competition. Anyone that's got this far and still can tell me what I just called myself in the wetsuit, or what I told you about my husband on the sofa, I will give you a free class. You can have a free class on me. All right, so if you do that, put it in the comments or DM me, I will give you a free class. How's that sound? So we'll find out if anyone actually does listen to me. Right, I'm Emma, I'm Body Blitz Fitness. Today was the Hoop and Chat plus day 10 of the 12 days of FITMAS. I would really look forward to seeing you soon. I've got some lovely programs starting on Monday and then the Monday after, and the daily challenges every single day, so you could join anytime. Thanks for watching. Give me a like, give me a comment, give me an emoji, and I'll really look forward to seeing you soon. See you soon.